Remember that the central point this morning is the Hippol house. That's eye on your map. Exactly in the middle. That's also the place where you can find coffee, tea and other things to get cold. So it's a good place. We go and walk over there. You all have seen Francis Verkammen.
Allez, on y va.
The quarter past 10.
They're very sensitive to anthrax in the wild. There have been outbreaks and you get massive die-off of hippos. So they're very sensitive for it. And I think that's the reason why they are put in the list of Annex A, that this species should be worried when it comes to anthrax. Although in the zoo there's never been a single case of anthrax, but still, it's there.
But you are right, if the uplift goes with this
you know, we come from a situation that, for example, there were two zoos on the boundary of the European Union, and they would accept, they had some quarantine facility, so animals were sent to that facility.
That's also...
So that was the option, but now those countries are inside the EU as well, so we can't use them anymore. But okay, well, I think within a year then the situation will be different, and then we can try, for example, if we need animals from Singapore for Asian elephants and for African elephants, and we need sometimes new fresh blood, so we can't get it from Singapore.
We have 5 different bird sections. 1 and 2 we will see at the end, because these are for the birds from outside Europe, third countries. These are the ones from other approved bodies. There are no animals inside, so you can enter. In the beginning we only had 1 room, but we decided to divide it into 2. If it concerns a bigger animal, let's say a Cape buffalo or whatever, we don't transfer it in here. Most of the work, let's say 70%, 67%, and exercise is a proper matter, but we don't bring here the Cape buffalo to be tested. We can't do that. We have to put it down, knock it down in anesthesia, keep it stable, and then do retesting, drawing of blood. You can see what happens if you use the disinfectant. We use a lot of viruses, but it has to be go up there. Bigger is on the floor, and still bigger, let's say over 1,000 kilograms, we will do instead, because it's not worth transport of a rhino or something with a truck to here, and we do that in the field, in stables like this. So we can transport it into our necropsy room. But bigger animals, rhino, elephant will be necropsy where they die. Everything else is brought back here. Also the animals.
If we have to talk about handling and anesthesia, because that's a subject. You've seen quarantine, I don't know where the other people were talking about, but I will try to cover handling and anesthesia. The thing is, for a zoo veterinarian, if official veterinarians want something from you, then it would be very wise if official veterinarians think with the zoo vet. Because if, for example, an aviation vet knows from gorillas and chimps that all of a sudden wake up during anesthesia, and then you're not happy. So most of the times, like a polar bear, we do surgery, we tie them down with ropes. And the moment they start with their fingers, then you know, I mean, we can't see them, but in that house there's okapis living. They don't show them out because it's too cold. And okapis come from the rainforest of the former Belgian Congo. Congo now, of course, is a democratic republic, but in the...
Well, really simple one, there's always the tendency to, as you can see, like literally there was about 50 seagulls here.
I am curious what he's telling about babies.
Really help, but then you have to stop and then you lose all the changes. And